Hi, this is Kate Golia and Hannah Zhang, and this is Hobbies World History. And today we're learning about the gladiators and the Colosseum in ancient Rome. In this video, we will answer the question, who are the gladiators and why did people find them so entertaining? Gladiator fights were popular entertainment in Rome circa 105 BCE to 404 CE. Gladiators, people in enslavement, criminals, or weak warriors, were forced to live in military barrack-type buildings, train like soldiers, and fight against giants while wearing little to no armor. Though they were forced to fight against their will, they were well prepared at gladiator schools. These schools were located around the empire, but as much as they were trained, once a combatant stepped into the ring, it was a fight until the death. The name, in fact, was derived from the weapon gladius, which was used for close combat and a quick death. Which reminds me, it's time for the open letter.
Let's look in the secret compartment. Oh hey, it's a gladius! And the open letter. Dear gladiators, why do people always consider you to be male slaves? You are so much more than that. You started as people, slaves, or criminals who did not want to be there in the beginning. You were put through schools and training, but your first battles were against giants. You were used as entertainment. Your life was often held in the hands of your audience, literally. An up or down thumb motion accompanied by shrieks of or determined your fate. You wore the crest and armor of defeated armies, many of your own in fact, and were only equipped with what your skill level entitled. For some, that meant on horseback, or with a shield, or a sword, two swords, or a net. So when he died, no wonder Christians considered it to be a cruel sport. Only our spectators did not understand. So week after week, you would pray it was not your turn to enter the ring yet. And for all the women gladiators who the patriarchal Roman society pitied and often made fight against the smallest of men, but you were downright capable. And if given the chance, you fought and won against full-fledged males. Eventually, you became a staple of gladiator fights and hunts until Emperor Severus felt his manliness threatened by you in 200 CE. They did not appreciate you, but we do. Best wishes, Kate and Hannah. Gladiator fights were held in auditoriums around the empire, including the biggest, most famous, the Colosseum. Let's go with the thought bubble. The Colosseum, a concrete amphitheater needing no support, was commissioned in 71 AD by the Emperor Vespasian as a gift to his Roman people. Titus of the Flavian dynasty opened the Colosseum in 80 AD with 100 days of games, including gladiator battles and wild animal fights, some of the most common attractions that took place there. Till this day, the Colosseum is the largest amphitheater in the Roman world, at 620 feet by 513 feet. From the outside, it was 3 stories tall, comprised of arched entrances supported by semicircular columns. The Colosseum sat over 50,000 people shaded by awnings branching from the top story. The events that occurred in the ellipsoid arena ranged everything from gladiator combats, hunts, wild animal fights, and sometimes even mock naval engagements. And these fights more often than not were until the death, and for slaves and criminals in battle, a fight for freedom.
Thanks, Thought Bubble. That was truly entertaining. Speaking about entertainment, gladiators were considered as such. Gladiatorial fights began as part of funeral ceremonies to honor the dead, because of the Roman belief that human blood aided the cleansing of the dead person's soul. When government officials realized the popularity of these fights, they began to host them on a much larger scale to gain the favor of the people. As the years flew by and gladiators became even more popular, young men began actually volunteering themselves to be gladiators, some for the fame and excitement, and others for the money they could earn. Gladiatorial fights began with the procession of the combatants, along with parades, animal displays, and music. Only during the afternoon did the individual gladiatorial fights begin. When a gladiator entered the arena, they would swear an oath. I will endure to be burned, to be bound, to be beaten, and to be killed by the sword. By swearing this oath, this gave a sense of honor to the gladiators who were involuntarily chosen, and now had an honor to uphold. In front of the emperor, they would also add, "Those who are about to die salute you." When the gladiator was severely wounded or wished to surrender, the decision was really up to the emperor. The audience voted whether he should be spared or killed. In the event that he was to be killed, what was a death in a ritualized fashion, he was not allowed to cry out or flinch. This cruelty is what created such Christian opposition to the sport. And in 404 CE, after a monk tried to separate two combatants, and was stoned to death by angry spectators, Christian Emperor Honorius made the bold decision to ban gladiators. Though gladiators were banned, the Colosseum was still used for activities such as hunts and naval engagements for years to come. That's all we have for today. Check in with us next week as we discuss how to not die in exams.
Let's look in the secret compartment. Oh hey, it's a gladius! Ow!